I'm Sandy Walden from Serenity, your Master Grief Coach and Master Grief Coach Trainer. Don't take anything personally. Well, that might be easier said than done, right? This really simple and profound agreement. Many years ago, a teacher introduced me to the book The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. If you have not read it, I highly recommend it. In fact, I don't think there's a client of mine that I've ever worked with that I have not recommended it to. And if we've worked in person, I've given them copies. It's a simple little book. I think it's 132 pages or something like that. But please don't misunderstand and don't confuse simple with easy. These agreements are perhaps guides for living our life. Now, because I'm working with people who are grieving, they're incredibly tender. I understand that. I often work with people who have lost someone they loved to suicide. One of the things that is so painful and so detrimental to those who are left behind is that there is often guilt and blame heaped upon those who are left behind. Wow. Wow. It's not like it only happens with suicide loss. It can happen with other losses as well, but it does seem to happen more and more often. I will hear from someone that they are blamed because they didn't know this was a possibility. I will hear from someone that people are making, tossing, piling guilt upon them because they were not able to stop this. So I want to say that all of these people I've talked to for many, many years, anyone who's ever known that the person they loved was at risk of suicide has done everything they could to keep them safe, healthy, and alive. We would not have had the conversations if they'd been successful for the most part. Many people, like me, had no clue that suicide was even a possibility. Should I wear guilt and blame and shame for the rest of my life because I didn't know? What if someone feels like I'm guilty or I'm blamed? So this is where I'm at. I want to talk about don't take anything personally. There's a wonderful quote by Wayne Dyer, and I don't have it written down right now, so please forgive me if I don't have it right. But he says something along the lines of what other people think of me is none of my business. And I think this goes hand in hand with don't take anything personally, because I have no control over what somebody else thinks and believes. I have no idea what's going on in their experience, in their emotions, in their thought process. It's not mine. It's none of my business unless I choose to let it be. If someone wants to hold me responsible and they want to have a conversation, I'm open to having a conversation about where I have come from and where I am. I'm not okay or open to a conversation about heaping something on me that's not mine. I want to tell you what I tell all the clients I work with, that people say and do things because it feels right to them. It feels like it's something they must express or want to express. It's got nothing to do with you. So even this live that I'm doing right now, it'll be recorded in other places. This is because I feel the need, the drive, the desire to share my belief and understanding about this. You have the opportunity, the right to take it in, to ponder it, let it roll around your brain and your heart, or not. You have no obligation to take in my understanding or my belief. None. None. I say and do what I do because it's what I need to express. So when somebody is shaming, blaming, offering guilt, it's because they want to get it out. You do not need to be the one who receives it. So when I work with clients, I teach them how to make boundaries, healthy boundaries, respectful whenever possible, but firm because it matters. What other people think and say is none of my business. When somebody expresses words of respect, support, and love, you better believe I want to open that door and receive it. But it's a choice. Now, the truth is, I'm also very, very open to conversations with people who disagree with me completely. I really dig those conversations. But they need to come from a place of respect. I'm not okay with opening up and receiving someone dumping on me. And you don't need to be either. This is not always as easy as I'd like it to be, but I tell you, it does get easier the more we practice. It's not an act of disrespect to not let someone hurt you. It's completely okay. In fact, it's important. You're grieving. You do not deserve shame and recrimination. You deserve support. You deserve compassion. You deserve to heal in the way that's right for you. I encourage you all day long, don't take anything personally. If someone says or does something that hurts you, remember it's about them. It's not about you. Remind yourself, yep, what that person is saying and doing is what they want and need to express. I don't need to accept delivery. I don't need to accept delivery. I get to choose. So when I work with clients, I give them some language that we practice using. Often we can heal and save relationships with people who are important to us. But more than anything, I want to encourage you today to pick and choose who you allow in your circle. And I encourage you to pick and choose people who care about you and who want to support you with love and compassion, because I truly believe it's what you deserve. Don't take anything personally. You have the power to make these choices. I'm Sandy Walden from Serenity, your Master Grief Coach and Master Grief Coach Trainer. If you'd like to have a conversation about how I can support you, just follow the link. I'll put a link below. But more than anything, I hope that you take this message home today, because that's what matters. Know that you matter. Know you deserve healing. Know you are not alone. Namaste.